Okay, this is your piece of flat stock that we cut. We cut two of them because we need two funnels. It's 24 inch by 12 inch, 2 feet by 1 foot, and you need two of them for two funnels. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark this out now, and what you want to do is just lay your tape on it, and you're going to put a mark on the bottom of it at 12 foot, which is in the middle, and you're going to mark it at 16 inches, and that's 4 inches above the 1 foot mark, and that's going to be the inner circle line, and then we're going to create the outer circle line for the funnel. So now what we're going to do is, it says to use a piece of string to make this, but what I find is if you grasp your pencil like this with your finger just on the bottom of it, and then you take this on the edge, this is so it creates a circle around it. You want to bring your pencil to the edge, just to the edge, and then you're going to take your string and put it on the 12-inch mark, just like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to trace it and make your circle. Just like that. So you get your golden arch, I guess you could call it. And now you want your inner circle for your hole, so where the muskrat's going to go through. Okay? So you're going to turn it sideways, and you're going to take your pencil and put it on the 4-inch mark from the 12-inch mark. And you're going to line your string up on the 12-inch mark, hold it there. Put your thumb down on it, and then you're going to mark it, just like this. This is what you got. You got like a rainbow on your steel. Now you're going to cut that out. You're going to cut this out, because that's your hole where your muskrat's going to go through, and you're going to cut this out. I usually cut this out first, and we'll cut it out and we'll get right back to you. So, alright, so when you're done cutting it out, you're going to have a loop like this.
Looks like a rainbow.
Yeah. And you're going to have a funnel, and that's what you're going to put in the end of your tube. So, we'll get it back to you.
Okay.
Alright, so we got our rainbow or golden arches cut out for the funnel, and now we're going to mark it for where the holes go. Now, the first hole you're going to want to make is at 1/2 inch in. That's going to be your first hole. That's going to be where your first rivet is. Okay. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to measure right from the start 2 inches, and that's going to be another rivet, and then another 2 inches, and another 2 inches, and then from there you're going to want to measure 1.5 inches from the last 2 inches and go in there. So you're going to mark 1.5 inch, and then from the beginning go 2 inches and mark one, then another 2 inches and mark one, then another 2 inches and mark one, then go 1.5 inches. Because what's that's going to allow you to do is have it close to the end, so you don't have no overhang. So it's all going to be shut nice and tight with the rivets. So we're going to do that on the other side, and then you're going to want to mark 1/4 inch in, and that's where you're going to drill your holes. So we'll get right back to you after we drill them. Alright, now we're getting ready to drill this, and we're using rivets to drill. You might not be able to see the marks on the camera, but there's marks on here, and we're getting ready to drill this. I'm using, you really got to have a rivet gun to rivet these in place. You'll see more of the video after, but I'm using, for these 1/8 rivets, I'm using a 9/64 drill bit to drill the holes, so the rivet can fit down in there nicely. Now, once we get these drilled, I'll they drill real easy. like that. Just push down a little. A couple seconds, you got a hole, so I'll bring it back with you. Okay, now we're getting ready to put the first rivet in. The first rivet in these is a little bit difficult. This is my Stanley rivet gun. It cost me $40 at Canadian Tire. And these are the rivets that go in it. You just stick it in the end. Right there, there's your rivet. I'm using 1/8 rivets on these. Putting the first rivet in these can be a pain in the ass. Sorry for the language, but it's a real pain to get the first rivet in this. It doesn't matter if it slides out of the way at first. Squeezing it with one hand is a chore too, but you kick it off. Kick it off, and then you can just like that. Once you take, okay, there's your rivet. There's your rivet inside there. So first rivet's in, then you just keep working your way down, and I'll show you when it's done. Alright, so now we got all of our rivets in inside. See? And see how it doesn't line up? You can just trim that off there with your tin snips. But and that right there, see it's a little overhang. That's no big deal. You can leave that right on. So now we're going to show you. I'm going to bring this over. This thing I'm going to do here. And the back, see how the rivets stick up? Well, put them on here and beat the ends in on them. Just like this. And we also beat the edge down around it so that it lays flat. We do it to every rivet. Now we beat the edge down. Okay guys, so we're ready for the next part. Got our funnel. It's all riveted in. You've seen that. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drill holes down into the edge of these. You can do it before you rivet it up, or you can do it after you rivet it up. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. It's just as easy to put them in after you riveted it than it is to do it before. It doesn't make a difference. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our drill. And what I usually do is I put one right beside where you rivet, about 1/4 of an inch in. You don't need to mark it, just do it what you think's best. Okay, there's one. Now I go right to the opposite end. I judge it the best you can. You know, you don't need to be perfect at it, you just judge it. Judging it's fine. And this is what you're going to do to haywire the end of. This is what you do to haywire it to your trap, to the end of your cage. So I just make a cross. I just make a cross, and then I put one between every one. I make an X, and then I put one between. There. That, and then there goes one. Just like that. So you make your X crossed, and then you make the trunk. Then you make another X. And you have in total 8 holes. So, alright, And there's making your funnel right there. Okay guys, so now what you have is you've got your two funnels and then your cage part. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to wire the cage part together. And there's just a tab on the cage. It doesn't need to be there. But before we wire the funnels in the cage, in the ends of the cage, you see, I don't know if you can see that. See these tags? You're going to need to clip those tags off from the inside. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your end cutters to clip the tags off. So I just got to go grab them and I'll show you how.